Silver's parents. Let me go ahead and put this light on. That should make it a little brighter. So, what's going on, guys? Today we're talking about Silver's parents. This is my theory on who Silver's parents might be. If you didn't see my last video, my first vlog on this channel, it's about things I like and topics on my channel that'll be coming up. So basically, yeah, that was not my first vlog I had planned. Well, anyway, let's get back to the shop, because I do only have until it hits 16 minutes. Or either, yeah, I think 16 minutes, to record this video, so yeah. And I am recording this in real time. So, yeah, I can't edit. So basically, the topic of Silver's parents is one that I've been questioning myself. I want to know who Silver's parents were. And even though he's like, I think 200 years in the future, so none of the regular Sonic people that we know right now could be Silver's parents, right? Right? That, if you said it is correct that none of them can be Silver's parents, you will be wrong. Because there are two likely theories, and this first one I don't believe, because it really can't be. If Silver's parents were in the future, and it wasn't immortal people, if it wasn't mortal, the regular mortals that could be Silver's parents would be Amy Rose and Sonic. But that is not actually what I believe. I believe that his parents are more or less immortal. So, those parents are Shadow the Hedgehog, because he cannot die, he cannot physically age, he cannot die. He's the hedgehog with a gun, basically. But basically, another thing, I'm gonna say basically a lie, I think. But basically, I just said it again, didn't I? So, but basically, darn. So, fine, I'll say it. So basically, Silver's parents would have to be immortal, in my theory. Wait, Silver's parents are immortal, so we already know that Shadow is immortal. So that would be his dad. Who would be his mom? See, for a while I thought that Blaze was his girlfriend from, like, the future. I was actually wrong, because she is in modern timeline. She's in the modern timeline, but she is from another dimension, and she's only 14. Shadow, on the other hand, is over, like, 50. But, again, I said he cannot age. So, technically, you could still consider him a second old. So, yeah. If you're wondering how Blaze... Oh, I didn't mention it. Yeah, Blaze is who I think Shadow would end up being with. But I know you're thinking something. They've never interacted, right? Well, you'd be wrong, because they have interacted. In Sonic Generations, at the very, very end, you can... Wait, one of the groups are talking. Like, one of the groups that are talking is a group of 3. Silver, Blaze, and Shadow. They are all talking, and of course one would have to be next to the other. So at first you would think it'd be Silver next to Blaze. It was Shadow. And he was talking to Silver, And yes, they do have a very similar personality. Same with Blaze. And also, did I mention Blaze is from another universe? So like how Miles Morales is from an alternate universe in Peter Parker, like the Earth 616 version. Cause I know there was an alternate. I know there was an ultimate Peter Parker. But basically, what I'm saying is that for all we know, in Blaze's universe, 1 year could be 50 years in Sonic's world. So, like, Sonic, whenever she was 1, actually, if you think about it, another reason, is if you did research, because I wanted to do research for this topic. I found out that in Sonic Adventure 2, remember the game where Shadow was introduced? I mean, I think it was like, I forget what Sonic game it was that Blaze was introduced, but Shadow was going to be introduced in that one. So it was going to be the other way around. Blaze was originally going to be the first one introduced. And she looked very, very different. She was completely black. She looked like if you took the color palette and design of Shadow and turned it into Blaze. That's basically what she would look like. But then Shadow was replaced because I couldn't think of a good design for Shadow that wouldn't involve the black and red. But basically what I'm saying here is that if we find out that there's someone back here. It's my foot. Guys, if you thought there's someone behind you, no, it's just my foot. But anyway, out of this randomness, basically in one of the comic series, I don't know which one it was. I think it was like Sonic Universe or something. But basically, no, I think it was on that. No, it was. Yeah, I think it was Sonic Universe. There was like this argument thing, and like Blaze was on one side, and she was mad at Shadow, and when like the groups split up, Shadow followed Blaze so he could talk to her in private because he was sorry for what he did to her that made her mad. Which, let me just say something. Shadow has never apologized to anyone. That's the only time we know that Shadow has apologized to somebody. And let's say in Sonic Forces, if Blaze appears, for all we know, Blaze could make an appearance. And Shadow, like, breaks free of possible mind control. For all we know, in future games, we could see Shadow and Blaze interact and become really good friends. And I could really see that happening, and then they get to a game and, like, I don't know, it'd be like, I don't know, I'd be like 20, I think, when this game would come out. And then everyone would have been made immortal by Shadow, and Silver would have been brought to life. Actually, if everyone was made immortal, then that means that there's a chance that Silver could have never happened. Bop. But yeah, that's my theory on who Silver's parents are. I think it's Shadow and Blaze.